Hello, everybody. Welcome to Fat Buddies episode 31. And today we have another special guest, Andrew. Probably you know him from Twitter. And of course, Jake, our trading expert.
What's up,
Hi
guys? Welcome, Andrew.
Hi guys. Yes, I'm first time doing such thing. Even though I've been on foot Twitter since 2011. Yeah, so it's my first experience speaking in English with my broken Russian and English languages. So it's will be a like mixed experience.
Don't worry.
Yes, sure.
Don't worry. I have the same. I have the same Eastern European English, so the guys here are used to it. Guys,
Your
if you
English,
don't
your
know,
English is really good, Andrew. I mean, I'm American, and you might have better English than me, which is a little scary. So
I probably can type right, but I haven't had a perfect experience with speaking. I've only spoke with my boss from Footwiz, and also
sure.
I've spoken sometimes in different countries when I visited in English, and that's all of my experience in speaking. Writing I do every day, every hour, every minute.
guys, if you don't know Andrew, his tag on Twitter is Tillian1243, and he's also like a Footwiz expert in terms of team of the week and marquee matchup predictions. So probably if you follow Twitter, if you have a Twitter account and you follow Ultimate Team, you know him. Now you get the chance also to hear and see him, and I hope today we will have a very, very nice discussion about what's happening currently in Ultimate Team.
definitely.
What do you? Let me ask you, Andrew, first, because you're the guest. With Jake, I discussed about this in previous podcast. How do you feel about Summer Heat promo and about the multitude of players getting released every day, basically?
So, in my opinion, promo started really well. It was a fresh thing and it was needed. And maybe people were surprised by high ratings, but it was needed that players that were released were on the same level as team of the season players or even higher. But then for me it dropped off a bit because content became a little bit, I think, how to say, it's one-sided a bit because multiple players with multiple special cards already that were
Already in the game, yeah.
already released in this year were re-released with better cards, and some of the content was questionable. For me, was Paulinho silver card. For me, it's like the biggest question of this promo because it's like why and for which reason. But I think that. Summer Showdown, or what it's called, with like two different teams upgrading players. It's like perfect idea, and they should continue it with Foot 21. It's like it would be a great addition to Team of the Week, which is quite dead this year because of constant promos. But I think they should have mixed a bit of nations because it's like French and Brazil. Today we got two Italian players, and that's really nice because they are quite usable. But again, here is the problem for me that I see. Verdi and Belotti. Okay, Verdi is very nice card. I think it's like the best central attacking midfielder cam in Serie A right now because of 5-star and 4-star skills and 5-star with foot. But again, Verdi and Belotti already had special cards, like Verdi was Winter Showdown, Winter Refresh, and Belotti only recently got Season Pass card, I think. Yes, 89 rated, and they were re-released. It's questionable for me because again, some cards like Quagliarella would be perfect for this idea, I think, because Quagliarella was really hyped last year, but this year but this year he's like not on the same level, and no special cards, no flashback, no nothing, no throwback, no moments. That's like something that can be improved. But overall, promo is great. My team is full of summer heat players, and both my squads are full of them. And I've got probably nothing of those left apart from my favorite Lewandowski. But again, and also to add, I think objective players were amazing. I mean, Bruno and Mendy were top notch.
Yeah.
Ibra, Cassie, again, very nice addition. Who was released? Roussillon, I think, very good player.
And Coleman.
Roussillon and Babu, amazing combo, and I love them in real life too, especially Roussillon from his performances in Montpellier. But Coleman was a very big question for me. Very big question. I think first is his position. It's pointless. And second, it's no upgrade to his weak foot, which is his biggest problem. And he's like, I'm a fodder, and play for me for 8 games or how many, and just throw me into the next LBC. So yeah.
Yeah, I think that what you said there is kind of how the community feels, but EA almost trapped himself. Like you were saying how the promo started extremely well, and then it's kind of backed off a little bit, and I agree with that. And I almost think EA trapped himself because there's been 2 SBCs recently, or at least a few that have been kind of questionable in terms of pricing. Like, who I think of right away when I say that is actually David Luiz, and David Luiz was priced extremely high, and the problem that EA is running into is he's a fantastic card, don't get me wrong. I'm looking at him right now, but according to what they're putting out, he's not really a 675k card, you know? Like they're putting out Star and Kimpembe for like what, 150k? So you're asking for 4 times the price for him, and I just think that that's kind of ridiculous, and they kind of trap themselves. They almost have to put a limit at like 300k on most of these cards because, you know, like they've already done Perisic. They've already done so many good value SBCs that it makes anything overpriced look ridiculous now.
For me, David Luiz is like a biggest question about him is his flashback SBC for me. His flashback was released during Team of the Year, I think, and I was really hesitating to complete him because I was like, I can throw in fodder, but still, then I completed him for around 300,000 coins.
Okay.
And I was happy with him. Okay, of course, he's one of the best one of the best defenders in the game. I think his summer hit is probably the best. If we look at his card and his body type and everything, he's ultra meta. You can place any chemistry style on him and he'll be probably on the level of Team of the Year Van Dijk and Team of the Season Ramos. I think they are two of the best center backs. But again, his price is not justifiable in July. I was raving about Dembele's price because I was raging. I think 1 million for him is extreme. But then I saw Luis, which is like center back, and we like center back is like not the most important position. It's like we can throw in Kimpembe, who looks ridiculously good for 150,000 coins. But then Luis like very hyped player. I mean, in FIFA he's always good. He's been good since his first card in FIFA 11 when he transferred to Chelsea. He was ridiculously good. His every card in PSG, his return to Chelsea, his CDM card in FIFA 14 when he went to win Europa League was one of the most fun cards in the game. And his FIFA 17 special SBC during Foot Birthday was amazing to play with. Like, it's because he's David Luiz. Dembele is the same because he's Dembele. They are hyped, they are meta, and EA knows they will be people will be completing them. So it's like we are getting Perisic on the third day of promo for 100 coins, and it's like free card because it requires 84 rated squad when Fodor wasn't at the price of now prices. So it's like,
Yep.
and then we get Ribery, then we get Dembele for left wing. Oh no, Dembele is some. I mean, we got Diaby, we got Ribery, and then we got Coman, which is obviously Coman is the worst card of them. Yes. So yes, of course, pricing is a bit extreme for some cards, but it's like explainable because they choose players that are very hyped up. I mean, if we'll get Pogba, he'll be 2 millions easily, probably.
Yep.
Yeah, because he'll be like 96 because he's Pogba, and he'll be like 2 millions because he'll be nearly 90 rated gank.
Yeah, I think that you said that well. EA obviously used name value a lot to price things. Like if someone has a really hyped up name that is prominent in FIFA for years, they know that they can overprice them and people will pay it. That's always been the case. Dembele is a good example. Luis, if they release any version of Ryan Kent again, it will be the same because they know what players are hyped and they know what they can ask for them. Um, and that's just going to be the way it is. And they want to suck coins away from everyone. So if they can justify an extra 100K because of a name, they're going to do it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, actually, Felix and
Mm-hmm.
Isco were released in draft, right?
Yep. Yep.
They lost the vote with who?
Langley.
With Langley,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yep.
Uh, yeah.
Yep. Florian, how do you feel about the promo and where it's heading and the recent week we've had?
Guys, honestly, from my side, I was away for the weekend. For example, I was at the seaside, and when I was at the seaside, I also forgot to do Vinicius.
Uh-oh.
So I was a little bit upset, but I didn't. I mean, I know that I was looking at Vinicius at around 6 p.m. UK, and I said, okay, maybe it's until tomorrow, so let's do it when I come back. And actually, he expired at midnight, so yeah, I forgot to do him, and. Other than that, so to one thing to answer to Andrew here regarding the players that are released in draft. I
Mm-hmm.
hope, and this would be, I don't think anyone would complain about this. I hope they will throw a last vote for the summer heat, last chance vote when the summer heat ends,
Oh yeah.
and they will from my side, they can put all the players that didn't get the vote before in the same batch, and of course, Kent will win. But maybe not if I mean FIFA players will vote for Kent, and real life viewers of football probably they will vote for someone from Real or Liverpool or
Yep.
players
There is
like this.
another choice to vote for Saint Maximin, who is
Yep.
the
Him
most
too.
the most hyped because I've seen his card in draft and it's a ridiculous card. I mean, I was upset that Dembele lost, but then I needed Dembele, so I completed him. But then I looked at Saint Maximin and he's like, wow, he's like perfect meta player. I mean, I understand that people use his 88 to this day because it's like
Mm-hmm.
5 star, and I think he has a better chance to win versus Kent than any other card. He's like,
Yeah, I think they should leave it open for everyone and just make a really tight poll, and it would be really fun, and the community could debate about it. I'm sure people would try to sway you one way or the other, whatever they want.
yeah, I have a question for you because it's like what I'm wondering about. Last year during
Yeah.
footies, we've had it's like similar thing to this year's Hammer Hit, but last year's we had voting for transferred cards because season ended. Then
Yep.
at the start of August, I think we got Griezmann and other in their new clubs, but I don't know how and will they do it this year or they won't because there are few very nice potential cards like Hakimi to Inter because Serie A in need of good right back or like Sané to Bayern for example or Ziyech and Werner to Chelsea.
I could see them doing it. I think they already represented that they can because they did a chance of a vote for Munir
Yeah, sure.
to Dortmund.
To
Didn't they
Dortmund,
already
yes.
do that in a vote?
Yes, yes. Actually, you're
Yeah, so
right.
I could see them doing it.
Yeah, yeah.
Actually, I think after summer heat we will have another promo. So they are keeping some cards in their pockets, I think. And yeah, uh, and uh, and probably they will do some because, for example, I know that we are discussing for Premier League. I don't know if it's like official yet, but we are discussing to extend the transfer period until October, beginning
Oh,
of
okay.
October. Confirmed, okay. And then they have like the full month of August and probably September because 21 is yeah, they have a lot of they have August and September. Probably they will do another promo and with better, even more boosted cards. Maybe it will be footies. I don't know. This promo is kind of similar, but why not? If they do footies, it's okay from my side. I don't mind.
Same here. I actually loved the concept of footies back in FIFA 16, I think, when we could pack them and vote for them too. So, I mean, I remember picking 86 De Bruyne when he was in Manchester City, and then when he voting, he became 95 card, and I was like, I packed him. He was 600,000. Then he became 2 million. 2 million.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, cards. 2 million.
Ah, nice. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I think.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yes, sure.
sorry to interrupt you. Guys, just so you know, if you're watching or listening, Andrew packed for birthday Mbappe this week, I think, or last
Congrats,
week.
man. That's huge.
And yeah, if you want to hate on someone, some of us, some of
Choose
us,
him.
you can hate on Andrew because yeah, he got 5 million player
I wish I
in
could
his
sell
team.
him because I spent a lot of coins on Langley and Dembele to fit him in. Oh,
Sure.
because I would actually easily sell him on PC. I play on PC. He'd be like he'd cover any other player. He's the most expensive player out of
Wow.
non-icons on PC. Even Neymar is now cheaper than him. But to hate me more, I packed on the second day of Foot 20 CR7 in SBC.
Jeez.
Yes, I was like,
All right, can we get him off the podcast, Florian, and keep going?
Yeah. So guys, if you don't see Andrew in the next episodes, this is why.
yep, everyone will hate me. But I think actually about future promo, I think we'll sure get some UCL content next month because it's
Yeah, that returns the 7th of August.
yep because it's exclusively month of Europa League and UCL. Because they hinted at FTTF coming back, but it was obvious. But then they need to something bigger than this because I saw some post on Twitter because that said 18 of like 80% of the cards had already either thoughts or better SBCs or something.
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
I counted with friend and we counted only that Coleman and Goretzka can surpass their SBC or Putis
Yeah.
summer hit cards. So it's like pointless a bit because Dembele has a better card. No, even Common cannot surpass his summer hit. Only Goretzka can surpass his SBC card. So Goretzka probably is the best shot at.
Yeah, guys. So I hope it's true. I totally forgot about the Europa League and UCL, and probably August will be a promo for this competition because we will have it like every 3 or 4 days, a game or something. So EA will make sure they will bank on it also.
Yeah, and I could see them doing like a summer showdown type content for the games. That's super duper easy. Give them a big boost. That'd be fun.
I actually love the design of this year. Every design of the card was sensational. I think the guy called Karam on Twitter who
Yeah, they're graphics, dude.
who makes an absolute amazing job because I think I seen people complaining about shapeshifter card because red on green was actually bad and they changed it to white and then it was perfect. He is making the best job this year. Apart from one thing, I hate actually Europa League designs. I think they are the worst in the game.
Yeah, the orange ones, the orange and black ones.
Yep, they
Yep.
are like plain and nothing about them. And I think they missed the trick with Europa League, because it's like the most interesting part when we got last year. Remember that free Aubameyang that we got at the start of FIFA 19?
Yep.
He
Yep.
Yeah.
loan for 5 games that foreshadowed Europa League type of cards. Then they were never released. They forgot about them and we got nothing about that. And then basically this year UCL cards are like when I saw that I thought about it as a prank. I was having a bad day because my friend fucked up with a flat, so I had to search another one. And I was sitting on Twitter at 8 p.m. and scrolling and I saw that and I was like, what the fuck? I still ask myself, what the fuck is this? Because they are pointless. They are just like they throw requirements of UCL in random SBCs all over the year. It's like this year today some of the UCL cards will rise to 9k. Deal with
Yep.
it. And it's like you can never predict unless you have leaks or something like that. It's like
Yep.
what's the point? Because I thought Libertadores did a very nice. I hate Libertadores promo. I think it's like very bad for packs because I hate that animation already. I can't stand that silver and gold and black animation already because I think always I pack something good. No, fuck. Always Libertadores shit. And
Yeah, I think that those promos are obviously geared towards literally like South America, and they were really, really pleased with it. So I actually think it will stay, and yeah, I think that it's fine to do even for a week or two. I mean, they should change the animation for sure, but it's cool. It was cool to see like a lot of South American fans get super hyped up about him. I hope that maybe they introduce like a new icon in the cycle at that time, but one that's better than Riquelme. I remember when he was coming in, I figured they would do a few more. I thought they would do like a few more meta ones, but Riquelme was the only one they dropped, and they only dropped his prime and moments, and he's like literally one of the worst icons in the game.
yeah,
So
it's like on the level of I don't know. It's like Riquelme tier probably. It's like only him and Litmanen.
yeah, it's like Ilicic. He's got a good card. I mean, he's good in real life, but he can't
Yes.
play good in FIFA.
Yeah.
No one uses him.
No one uses Ilicic. No one uses Ilicic. I one time I came up against him in VL. He scored 3 goals against me. I was like, what the fuck? No one uses Ilicic, and a guy against me scores 3 goals with Ilicic. He scored some wonder goals with him. But then I never saw him
Jeez.
again.
Guys, just so you know, when there was this objective for Ibra, you needed to score with a Serie A player.
Oh yeah.
And I had Ilicic
Uh-oh.
headliner untradeable in my club. Guys, I stressed so much to score with him. Man, he was so bad. I did the objective at the end, but man, I after that I put him in the next SBC possible, and that was his last. There was his last days in my club.
I completed Ibra objective with Team of the Season Lukaku. I actually one of the rarest people that completed Lukaku, but it's like it wasn't that bad because I had Ericsson behind him, and Ericsson is sensational card. It's like 5-5. Ericsson is amazing card. I mean, it's on the level of Bruno Fernandes and Firmino. It's like amazing card. Ericsson, one of the.
Yeah, I skipped Ericsson because honestly, except Ibra and Kessie, which Kessie
Yep.
already he's in an SBC. I don't have any and Ribery now, but except these guys, I don't have any other. I don't have any other Serie A players above gold,
Sure.
and so I didn't keep them in the club.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah. We were speaking about UCL, and I had an idea. I thought that actually what they did with Libertadores cards, I mean that Sudamericana and Libertadores SBC, is like a very nice idea. But they could do the same for UCL, I think, and it would be much better. They could up their drop rate a bit because they are really packed, I think, right now. But they could do the same with UCL content and do like some special cards for I don't know, different clubs, like someone to link Orsic to, because Orsic, I think his name is,
Yeah.
because people like his card, or it's like one of the controversial cards, but it's impossible for him to link in a team without icons or without Modric. So it's like someone from Zagreb.
Croatia?
Zagreb would be a neat link to him, like in 4-5-1 or something.
Yep.
Again, there are a lot of things to do, but that UCL content for me was like.
Yeah. And what do you guys think of the flat blue UCL cards? I mean, like Andrew said, they're just used as a blanket requirement. I mean, they're pretty much only in for SBCs. So for me personally, I don't even mind that. I think it's kind of fun around UCL content. Usually they do come with better packs because they do cost more. It brings attention to the games. It's an easy investment, for one thing, for traders or casuals looking to make some coins. And then, but the only downside for me, and I wish they figured out a different system, is I don't like when really meta players have two cards. Like, I don't like when there's a gold Van Dyke and then a blue UCL Van Dyke, because obviously, like, he's not used in SBCs, so there's really no point for him because, like, no one's going to toss him in a UCL SBC, so why does he have two versions that are the same rating? That's what I don't get. I get that a card like a 79 rated card should have two because one's going to have a specific requirement for it, but when it's the meta cards like Mbappe or Neymar or Van Dijk, it's like it doesn't serve any purpose on those bigger
Only
guys.
one purpose that I think is like people like to create rainbow squads, and before all promos were released, we haven't had a lot of chests for rainbow cards, and it was like I throw in blue Neymar for basic Neymar just to be a little more unique and colorful. But again, it's like for me, last year was a disaster. I mean, team of the week were like they could even not release it because it was no point in them.
Sure.
They screwed up so many times. I made a thread about that. That they made 4 Ericsson's 8 the same rating, 4 Handanovic the same rating. It's like what the fuck. I mean, I hate the idea of team of the group stage being the same upgrade of inform, because you get one card for 6 matches. And team of the week is like one card for 1 match. You should. They did a very good thing last year with team of the knockout stages. It was like perfect way. They upgraded by 2. We got 99 Messi, 98 Ronaldo, 963 Van Dijk, I think, because he scored a lot of goals in knockouts. But then we get team of the group stages with very nice design and very nice dynamic images from UCL, but no one uses them because they are like the same as Inform, and they are not even in SBC requirements. We like what we are doing that with them. And then,
that was one of the first promos, though, right? I feel like that was really early on, like in the first few months.
It was right after the Scream, I think.
Okay, so it was like the second one.
Yeah, Scream this year was. They learned from their mistakes, I think. Scream was very good.
Yeah, everyone was like really happy about Scream for it being the first one, and it got a lot of great feedback. But yeah, that UCL one was kind of underwhelming. I remember too last year they did this, and I'm super surprised they didn't do it this year because of how much they love doing things like this. But last year they did like a UCL card guarantee where you get like a team of the tournament or something for 11 UCL rares.
They will do it in August.
Yeah, they might. I mean, it's a little bit late, so it's kind of boring. But they did it early in the cycle, which was super fun because those cards were worth a lot, and then it made UCL rares go to crazy prices. But they could have even done it with like an 82 rated squad and 11 UCLs or 81 rated squad, and I'm surprised they didn't because they love those gambling type SBCs this year. I mean, more than ever. So I'm surprised they didn't do that this year.
I think RTTF did a very good job again, second year in a row, but then we like OTVs want to watch were failed. I don't know. It's like hard to say. As prediction guy, it's like it was very strange to see Griezmann getting completely random team of the weeks because like they need to upgrade his. Want to watch, he got one assist in 6-0 win and was subbed off at 50 minutes. Why he gets an informed? Because he has one to watch. What should I write in my article? He hasn't one to watch. That's why he'll get it.
Yep.
It's like very weird. I think they need to rethink about one to watch and made it a bit like I don't know.
Headliners.
Headliners. 1 second. I'll speak about headliners from my perspective, but they should make it like RTTF or completely dynamic from.
Sure.
Completely dynamic. I mean, one win, one rating, one loss, one rating downgrade. It would be like maybe for some teams it wouldn't be the best because like Leicester could come back with 5 losses, or Lazio could come back with 5 losses after quarantine, and their ratings would plummet. But again, something like that would be quite interesting, I think. But headliners, I had a talk with my followers. They said it was a bad promo, but in my eyes, it was one of the best. Because I don't know, selections year was top notch. We had Lewandowski, we had Neymar, we had Sterling, we had Salah, we had Wijnaldum, we had some cards like Delaney for some reason, because he played 5 matches for whole season. I don't know how he got a headliner, but we got some really nice cards, and headliner idea is perfect, but people then said to me is like, we should get headliners before Team of the Year, before New Year. So
yep, agreed.
Yeah, I want to hear your opinion about that and how they should improve headliners, because I love headliners. They are like
Florian, why don't you go?
No, so headliners are perfect. I don't want them to change them. I think headliners are if from my side they can release 3 teams as headliners and replace Wants to Watch. Because if Wants to Watch would have like a growing rating, if they have 4 wins in a row, it would have been perfect. And regarding Wants to Watch, to come back a little bit, I remember that some players really deserves. Someone Wants to Watch really deserved to get into Team of the Week, and they didn't. Sure. And I don't know why, because they also had Wants to Watch. They scored like 2 goals and 1 assist. I don't remember now. Maybe
like
I don't remember now some. I remember they were in all predictions and they didn't put them in. And we hoped that maybe they will get a special card in the next promo, and that's the reason, but that didn't happen also. So I think Wants to Watch need a little bit of change, especially if you don't have like big players to change sides, to change teams. like we had Cristiano, Neymar in the last years. Okay, that was good because you could have packed these guys. This year we had Hazard, but Hazard didn't play so well. Yeah, and Hazard didn't play so well. He was injured. So wants to watch definitely need a change. Headliners, I like it how it is. I don't want it to change. Regarding UCL and the boost, maybe they should release like gold cards, UCL and Europa League with a +1, and if they do a team of the week, they can start with +2. And I think. Sure. I think everybody will be happy with that team of the weeks starting with a +2 for players that already have an UCL.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Headliners, I really liked. I agree with Andrew. I think that they should start earlier because if it's 4 consecutive wins and you're missing like half the season or a good chunk of it, that's pretty unfair. I think that you could start it really early towards ones to watch, like Florian said, or you could start it just a little earlier and maybe even do 3 consecutive wins. I know for some teams that would be quite easy, but it makes it so you don't have to wait another month or 2 months to see some of those upgrades. And then with the ones to watch, maybe they could reformat those to something simpler, like maybe a midfielder gets upgraded if he gets an assist, or an attacker gets upgraded if he gets a goal. Maybe he doesn't have to get team of the week. But just a good performance, because it's not really fair when it's a choice if they want to upgrade a card or could put him in, because like Florian said, I think there was a situation with Promes, with Sarabia, a couple of times this year at least, where it was like, nope, this person should have got an inform, but they discluded them.
For me,
and that's not really fair.
Yeah, for me it's like I'm looking at Timo wants to watch squad right now, and like, okay, half of the players didn't even upgrade at all. I mean, I'm looking like some of the selections, like Brandt, Aller, Joe Linton, who else? Rodri, Jovic, Hernandez, and Felix and Lozano weren't even upgraded once. But then we have an experience like with Ben Yedder. He was like the best one to watch to trade with, because he was like always getting random cards, like for draw versus PSG when Mbappe outperforms him and doesn't get any card. But for example, Ben Yedder gets a card for the same match, and it's like, because Ben Yedder is hyped this year, he got a lot of cards. Then Griezmann is the same. Coutinho performed well. He performed. I watched nearly every Bayern game where he played well. He always got an inform and upgrade. It was 3 games, 3 upgrades. That's all. And he got team of the year or team of the season for the same reason. Like 4 or 5 decent games. Let's get your team of the season, because it showed really well when certain players got team of the season for no reason, like for absolutely no reason for me.
I think the person who does team of the week, not prediction, who does the team for EA has his preferences.
Oh, definitely.
And there are no clear rules, and I know that in the past, and probably you guys agree with me, EA isn't clear with anything. So they release something, we don't know the rules, we don't know anything. If we know the rules, they don't respect the rules. So it's clear for me that it was very subjective for this person who does team of the week to choose his favorite players. And actually, I think EA in its content team or whatever has preferences in terms of teams and in terms of nationalities. And guys, you remember this year the Japanese players, they were everywhere in season objectives, in everywhere.
Japanese were random as fuck, because it's like we haven't had, it's like not a new league, not something new. We had it before, but we haven't had that much of content towards Japanese league. And then I question people like, Florian would agree probably with me. Romanian league added this year for absolutely no reason. It's like
Yeah.
no content about that apart from one inform and one team of the season deserved common card. I watched his highlights, I think, and watched his stats, and he deserves it. But then no content about Romanian league, like zero. Hadji got a special Rangers card for this season pass. Yes, that's all.
Sure.
It's like very random. Japanese were surprises to me. Like I'm not saying that they are they are not deserving, but it was random, just random. It's like
Yeah,
one.
it seemed like they definitely forcefully put him in. I mean, you
Yeah.
could make like a Japanese
For example,
starting 11 with objectives and SBCs at one point, which is crazy.
for example, they did put even Nakajima in Liga NOS SBC from Porto. It was like, okay, it's a good card, but again, so many choices, and we get another winger because. Okay, let's not start about Liga SBCs because it's like very triggering thing to me because I think they are ridiculously bad this year. They are
Yeah.
so bad. Only one card that I liked this year from League SBCs, I think Tonali card was actually a nice value, and it was a good until his future stars release. Again, we got Tonali, then he got future stars re-released. It's like a recycling of the same content for me. But because
Yeah, the pacing seemed a little off with them. It seemed like the cards they were choosing were behind. They kept currently being behind where the game was in cycle and what SBCs were coming out at the time. So yeah, they're really disappointing. They made it not as profitable to do. Yeah, I just hope they bring it back because that's something that's a grind. Like if people really want to spend hours doing those upgrades and upgrading from bronze to silvers, etc., let them profit a small amount. Like who cares if it's profitable if you want to spend 3 hours on it? Like that's kind of a casual way to profit because if you're good at trading, you can make way more than that in a few hours. So just let them profit if they want to put in that much time in a day, you know? Like I know Nick 28T and Nepenthes or whatever, they made those methods kind of famous because they can sit on their console all day and people watch them and think it's profitable. Like we all know trading's way more profitable, so just let them have it, in my opinion.
sure, and they shouldn't be in disadvantage because cards were really bad. I mean,
Yeah.
they were not needed. Only one, apart from Tonali, that I really liked, I think was a nice touch, is Liner added in Winter Refresh.
Oh yeah.
It was the best right back for a long time, I think, especially in Bundesliga. He's probably
Yeah.
even before the Mbabu release, I think he was better than Hakimi. Thoughts.
Yep.
But then it was like one of how many? One of 12, one of 20 cards that are profitable to do because he's like worth it. You can complete him for pretty cheap, and he's worth it. But then team of the season cards were horrible in those objectives. I think only one good is probably Gosens from Serie A, but again, it's like card that should be switched to central midfielder or central defensive midfielder. I tried him. He was sensational at CDM. He's like better Goretzka, and then you're like, is it worth it to complete his card or not? Of course it's not. His market value is like 50,000 coins. He wouldn't be
Right.
more. And every Liga SBC card is like that. No one worth it. No one. Apart from Championship one, I think. Ben White, I think, from Leeds. He gave a
Yeah, he was really good at the time.
he gave a perfect link to Calvin Phillips.
Phillips.
Mr. Pineapple, how it's called. And actually, he was and probably is the best English center back before Joe Gomez.
Yeah, the pros loved him too, but yeah, I get what you're saying. They need to add more cards like that for the price you're doing. I mean, right now I'm looking at Lehner from Bundesliga and it's 353K. I know golds and non-rare golds are super inflated right now, but even without it, it's still like 200K plus. So you got to be paying. It's got to be a really good card if you're paying that much for it. Um, Guys, I think we should talk about batch 3 coming up a little bit. What are you guys expecting for batch 3? I guess Florian, you should start. What are you expecting from batch 3, and what kind of content do you expect with it?
So guys, for batch 3, I think everybody expects the same, and I hope they will bring team of the season cards back.
Yep.
For me personally, and we discussed this in the podcast. Because I have a lot of coins and I did a lot of SBCs, and I had before a lot of red player picks. Now they aren't, so I don't feel that they are so hyped anymore, the team of the season players. But for the fact that I can pack a big card like a Messi or a Cristiano or a Neymar, Mbappe, Ben Yedder, and so on, then I'm excited about it. But let's say it's not the same as when team of the season were at the beginning in packs. Maybe they had some nice SBCs. What about you guys? What do you think it will come?
So I'm sure that Team of the Seasons will come back. It's like nailed. And what promo we haven't had in packs apart from Team of the Season? I mean, we had everything.
Yep.
So
Yeah, Team of the Season is kind of the last one left.
Except team of the year.
no, Team of the Year still will be exclusive and won't be released. I think it's probably the right choice because, again, it's like Team of the Year. It's like one.
Yeah, it should be unique. It should be unique, and if you want those cards.
Yes, 1 week event, even so Mane somehow got a better card than Team of the Year. It's like why not make the same as Robba and Alisson and Van Dijk and. So yeah, of course, Team of the Season will be in packs, and everyone will be packing Copa Libertadores. Team of the Season, so everyone will be angry, and then people will complain about how can they throw them in SBC, and then SBC will be more priced. But again, as probably everyone is waiting on special Pogba card, I think we'll get it.
Yep.
And I think we will probably, I'm not sure about that because Boateng is non-expiry SBC, but I think we'll get a better Boateng card. It's like
because people love him.
It's like the same story as his with David Luiz. One of the best center backs in the game, probably the favorite of mine. He's like wall, and I can't imagine his card even being better than it is, but they should probably release the better card, and of course they release someone like Lozano, because we need a good right winger from Serie A. I have no words because no right wingers from Serie A are usable right now. I complained about that on Twitter. People like, why not you use Shapeshifter? Football de Lozano. It's a good card. I mean, it's July. It's the middle of July. Why would I use 87 Lozano when there are 92 defenders, right backs coming against me? Left backs in every week.
Yeah.
Every week we get new left back that probably will crush Lozano. Roussillon will crush Lozano. Mendy will crush Lozano. Every left back will crush Lozano. He has no powers against them. By the way, I have a question for you. I think you both completed Mendy card. You did his 93 card from story objective or not?
Florian did.
Florian did.
Yeah, I did. I have him. Yeah.
I actually hate him. I don't know why, because he's like always out of position for me, and I used before him the Bolt card from Hamburg, from second Bundesliga. He's like best player in our club, but then he was miles better than Mendy. I don't know. I just can't use Mendy properly. Probably this season.
Personally, from my point of view, Mendy best left back in the game. I have read Trent, and I have another right back. I don't remember now who, and I don't even play those guys anymore. So for me, it does magic, and of course, I loved his gold card. So for me, I don't have a way back now to play him.
Explainable, because for example, I think Roussillon for me is a better card than Mendy. Like, I don't know.
Okay. No, it depends. And after that, I will have a question for Jake. But I saw on Twitter that it depends a lot. And we saw with the discussion between Ribery and Dembele on Twitter. And some people say Ribery is way better than Dembele. I prefer Dembele more. I have them both. So I think it depends a lot on the play style, on what other players you have around your players, about the tactics in game, about your opponents. So I think it's a very very subjective thing. And question for Jake, because we are a little bit, let's say, don't have a lot of time
Sure. Yeah.
today for the recording regarding batch 3. I know you want to give also the people watching or listening some tips regarding trading, because guys, Jake, our trading expert, he needs to tell you some ideas here to make some coins even now in July.
Yeah, I think, guys, right now making coins isn't I mean, people still want to make coins. It's not dead at all because people are broke. There's been so many good SBCs that have come out recently, and not only in terms of player SBCs, but guaranteed SBCs, that there are simply like
Mm-hmm.
people even that had a couple million coins left to start this promotion are probably pretty broke. So if you're not actively playing a lot or trading, you're probably getting low on coins yourself. So if you want some easy investments, guys, um, one thing that I'd highly recommend is you can do a couple of things. You can go invest in cards that are going to go out of packs for batch 3. Nothing is confirmed. Again, we are speculating, but we definitely think Team of the Season's coming back. I personally think they'll throw in all Team of the Seasons just for fun, and because if they do only the top 5 leagues, it might be a little bit too good for EA to give out. But if they add in all the leagues, there's a lot of fodder type players that they could pack still. So that's my opinion. But on top of that, guys, batch 2 is going out of packs then on Friday. So with batch 2 going out of packs, there's still a lot of cards that are near the cheapest of their rating or the cheapest of their rating. And if you pick them up on Thursday at rewards or Thursday after marquee matchups, and their supply stops on Friday, they're still going to be used in the SBCs that are out. So they should see a nice subtle rise, at least in the first few days, and then rise even more over time. Just for a couple examples, we did this with Inform Peasy in batch 1, and he went from like 13 to 25k. We did it with Inform Kolarov. He went from 17k to 30k. Inform Bergwin went from 13 to 25k. So a lot of those almost doubled. And yes, it would take a few days or some time, and it depends on content, but they definitely have the ability to rise. So here on my screen, I have the cheapest gold 86 Informs. It pretty much looks like a floor price for them is right around 17k. That's about the lowest. So I would pick up one of each of these cards on the screen that you can get around 17k. You can do the same thing with current cards in packs. Here I'm going to take away the gold inform tab, and I'm just going to go to 86 rated. And then we'll go to the next page here and just see what the cheapest are. So it looks like the cheapest 86 rated cards are floating around 17 to 18k on PS right now. So if any of the cards, guys, are in batch 2, pick them up. Like this Corona, the Jimenez, pick them up for 16k. The Zapata, pick them up for 16k. Kostic, 16k. And store them in your club. You could even do one of each. And again, as they go out of packs, I would suspect a few K rise. The one thing that I would avoid is I think investing in the lower rated players are better because they're out of packs, and the Team of the Seasons are going to go back in packs, which are going to make SBCs cheaper from like a 90 plus standpoint. So I think some of the lower rated cards will do better.
Can I add one remark? I think.
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead, Andrea.
Yeah, you mentioned Corona being 16k, but it's like he's not in packs. He's SBC card. He was released ages ago. It was like Europa League card. Or am I wrong about?
Kolarov got an 86 inform back in packs
Yeah,
in
but I'm not.
batch 1.
I'm talking about Corona. Or you were speaking about 84 Corona.
86, the 86.
86 is like SBC. It's not Impact.
Oh yeah, yep, you're
Yeah.
right. Yep, he was an SBC. Ignore that. But all the other ones, guys, that are in packs, still right around 16k on this screen look great to me.
Actually, I wanted to ask you also, Andrew, because okay, we talk about trading. I'm not sure how much you tweet about trading. I don't remember now a lot of tweets about it, but I wanted to ask you what are your because let's say you are like an usual user, and how what are your like methods of, let's say, getting some coins? I know you're doing a lot of SBCs. You're changing teams often. So guys, if you follow Andrew, you see every week he's trying to fit a player in his team. I had this curiosity to see like what do you like to do, and maybe people watching or listening can also learn something.
Well, for casuals, I actually it's hard for me to say something because I'm like not playing actively game very much. I like completing every SBC possible, but I'm not playing. Then I
Sure.
ran out of coins, and I was like thinking, what should I do? Then I pack Mbappe and like, what should I do again? But yeah, most of the time it's like, basically for me, obvious method of trading is like waiting on Sunday after people sell their weekend league squads and then buying them on Thursday. I mean, selling them on Thursday. It's like it works every time. Especially as I play on PC, it's like a bit more casual, I think, market. Because also, photos always rise. I mean, even cars like 82 Nacho from Real Madrid required probably every SBC because he's like from Real Madrid and we get every Real Madrid SBC every day. It's like even Benzema requires Nacho, for example. Benzema, Vinicius, everyone requires Nacho. He's like always on the rise. And
Yep.
when he drops, for example, it's like photos always in packs. I mean, they will always drop, and to pick up them and sell during some SBC for double coins, it's like very easy for me. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong right now, but it's like
No, that's
No,
good.
no, you're right. And actually, this was also one thing. You're playing on PC. I honestly I don't really know how the PC market is. I have a friend who also plays a PC, a very good friend of mine, and I know some things don't rise as fast as on console. If so, for example, if I invest in some fodders, I told him, hey, buy these fodders, but on PC they don't rise as fast as they happen on PS. But for sure, with Nacho, you are right. He's now almost extinct. Probably he's extinct on PC right now.
yeah,
So
he's like I was buying him for Benzema, I think for 8k, and I was sniping him.
Oh wow.
But then it's like yes, market isn't rising that fast, but then because we have not many buyers of the cards.
yeah.
Sure.
But there are enough cards because I started playing on PC in FIFA 16, and it was like nightmare. I mean, it was awful experience. I mean, in FIFA 16 was a nice experience because even cards like Griezmann were 50,000 coins at the release date because
Yeah.
there were too many hackers. Everyone was hacking drafts, and there were 10 pages of CR7 in 1 hour. Everyone was packing them.
Sure.
But then FIFA 7 it happened, and they fixed every hacker attempt. And we've got someone, for example, I remember it perfectly. We had, remember Tony Kroos when he got Team of the Year during FIFA 17? He was like mediocre card with nice pace boost, but still around 60 or so pace, and no one was using him. He was like 300,000 coins because he was 30. And on PC he was like 2 million coins because no one was packing him.
Wow.
No one played him. But then market stabilized, especially last year. This year is perfect. You can probably see the prices on Footbin where you checking the prices. They are pretty similar, apart from very highly rated cards like Mbappe and probably all the icons because they are more rare. It's like, yeah, icon trading doesn't work for me on PC. I always lost losing coins on PC for.
And you know what I realized also, Andrew, was that when this friend of mine plays on PC, man, he encounters in weekend league only God squads. So
Huh.
because some weekend leagues I've played with him in the same, so we meet together in the same apartment and we play, me on the TV, him on the PC. And man, every game he played God squads, and he was laughing that, look, sometimes I get also a gold squad or some informs or some, but no, on PC I saw him, he plays only God squads. I don't know how's the market there or how people are making
I
coins or.
actually have no idea because I speak with my friend. He plays on he played on PC and now switched to PS4. And he was like saying, "Well, first 15 games are pretty easy. I usually go 15-0, and I'm like struggling to go 9-6 because I'm playing like." Boom, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30. I was like, what the fuck I'm doing wrong? Because I'm not really bad player. I'm like probably mediocre, average because I steal too much. But then he's like, I'm 50-0. I'm like, I'm 8-7 and I'm happy because I have no fucking idea how people come up on consoles against easy opponents because we have maybe 5 easy opponents that have some. I speak about time about during TOS because we had like mixed of teams there. We had like
Sure.
5 easy opponents, and 25 you play squad as same as yours or even better. I remember one time I came up against Ben Yedder somewhat card. I think his bottom. I quit 6 times in a row because I was like Ben Yedder, Ben Yedder, Ben Yedder, Ben Yedder, Ben Yedder. I said to myself, I'm not playing against him. Fuck, I'm better chill. I get 15 free minutes and then go again because like I'll take 6 losses, but then I'll not smash my table. That's better. I have no idea how they come up with ghost class. I mean,
Actually, I have a clue, and it might be something related to coin selling. I don't know. I feel like the
Yeah.
coin selling part it's easier on PC or something because it's. I told you one weekend I went to my friend's house. Everybody had team of the year, team of the
sure.
season. It was crazy,
Let me
and
give you some insight on that because it's like a bit different everywhere. For example, in Russia, and you play mostly when you play in Russia, you play mostly players from Poland or Ukraine or Russia. I mean that are really close to your
yeah.
country, but then prices of coins on coin selling in Russia are much cheaper than in Europe. For example, I mean, I don't know what prices are in Europe. I know some prices in Russia, not because I bought them, but I was interested in that because I wondered
Yeah.
how many people, how much money people spend to get those squads. And I wondered, and they selling like 1 million for $40.
Oh wow, that's cheap.
That's I think
Yeah.
pretty cheap in my opinion from what I've heard. Maybe even
Yeah, I think in Europe it's like 20 or 25, right? Something like this. So
Per million? Right now it's low, yeah, it's like 2025. But
right now, okay,
at
it's low,
peak you
but
could do
let's
like
say
75.
yeah, but I am speaking about like March, April. They were selling that.
Yeah, that'd be higher, and it would be way higher in
Yeah,
Europe. It'd be like 75.
I'm sure that it would be around 75 or something because it's like double the price of what we have here, and it's mad because people easily can buy. I mean, it's sorry to say it, but it's better to spend on that than on FIFA points for me.
No, it's way better. At least you know what you're getting.
I mean,
I agree.
I'm not saying that I bought. I traded. I packed Ronaldo. Okay, that's all my coin balance. But then I was like, if I had the choice, of course, I'd probably go to some site and buy myself players that I wanted. Then the chance of getting player. I'm not a gambling person, for example. I mean, a lot of people just want to play. And for example, just to say, it, on Russian YouTube, on Russian FIFA community, every YouTuber has their own coin seller. every.
Well, that makes sense. Yeah, like a code or something.
No, not a code. They have their own guy who sells coins, and
Oh, wow.
and they get a percentage from those sellings. It's like
Sure.
because how to say it? It's like not an NDA or something. I'm sure, but they few YouTubers had an agreement with EA for to visit events, like way before in FIFA 17,
Sure.
18, and then they said it's like it's not worth it. We are getting much more from coin sellers, and it's like
Oh, yeah.
what's the point of traveling from Russia to record 2 videos from Germany
Yep.
and then get nothing apart from that? I mean,
Exactly.
no
Exactly.
no content apart from that they are getting like because there are no events, they are not invited to events like PERC or something like that. They have to spend their own money to travel to events, and then they are like, we'll better just get money.
Exactly. Yeah, I get that.
So yeah, in Russia it's like a big coin selling factory, I think, because it's like.
And with this with this thing, guys, if you are from Russia, you can leave a comment on YouTube and
Yeah.
Sure.
because I'm not sure how many people watch or listen
I'll
from
link to
Russia,
some,
but
I'll link to some. Yeah, I'll
So-
I'll link to some people.
so if you're coming from Andrew's links, let us know in the comments. And if you have questions, of course, you can leave them. And as we told you, we'll try to answer that. Jake, any other thought or thing, idea you wanted to share with us today, or if not,
I don't think so. I think we should wrap up. We kept you guys for a while. We talked about a lot. I hope you guys enjoyed
Yeah.
this podcast with Andrew. We were kind of all over the place, but we talked a lot about what we liked about FIFA 20, what we'd want to see changed. So I hope you like that as a little bit different take with Andrew on the podcast. We appreciate his insight and him bringing up some new topics and getting us prepared a little bit too for FIFA 21 and how they could improve some of these current concepts we like headliners, league SBCs, etc.
Yeah, and just one thing before I will leave also, and you say some final words. Maybe next FIFA, and you can join us with some of his team of the week or marquee matchup predictions, because I know those are very popular, and a lot of
Yeah.
people in the FIFA community have a very good opinion about him on that.
Definitely.
No worries. hmm No worries. It's not random because now we are in July and we don't really have like a plan for it. We usually so when we started November, December, January, we had like a schedule and we went through things structurally. But
Yep.
now it's July, so I don't think the listeners or the viewers will say anything about it.
Yeah, and of course,
It's all good on my end. It's all good.
and of course, I wanted to thank you for inviting me because two weeks ago I said I want to do a podcast, and last week I couldn't do it, and this week I am doing already. Of course, I am very grateful for that, and I hope my English wasn't that bad. And,
It was good.
And I really enjoyed my time here. I'll probably go on a run right now. It's like 10 a.m. 10 p.m. and I want to run. But I enjoyed and I could speak for a few more hours because food is my passion and food is my passion and I can speak about football for a very long time. I have made friends from Twitter already and I speak to them about everything already on Twitter. So it's like.
Sure.
If you want to have me again, invite me any day of the week. I'll find time.
For sure, Andrew,
Awesome.
your input is valuable, and we will invite you again in the future.
Sure,
Don't worry
of course.
about it, and don't go for the run because I wanted to tell you that Liverpool, no, Arsenal versus Liverpool. Yeah, it's tonight.
Yes, it's tonight, and
So maybe you lose the game if you go for the run, but
it's not very important. I'm like already done with
Okay.
this season. I'm like, it is done.
because Andrew is a Liverpool fan, right?
Yeah, and I'm sitting in my shirt right now, like, for no reason. I'm like sitting. I told everyone I'm not a Bayern fan, but my girlfriend brought me a Bayern jersey, and I'm like sitting right now in Bayern jersey, and like, what can I say? Okay.
So guys, thanks a lot for tuning in, for listening on Spotify, Apple, Google Podcast, or watching here on YouTube if you want to see Jake's screen and also the players and things we talked about. Leave a comment if you have questions for next time. You can find us on Twitter, of course. Jake also has an Instagram, a big Instagram account. Go follow him there also. Thanks again, guys. Stay safe with everything
Thanks for watching,
happening in
guys.
the world, and see you next time.
Thank you.
Later, guys. Thanks for watching.
Bye bye.